We'll go ahead and make this video, and I titled it that way just for those out there who may be confused and not know what path to take or where to go in life. It's a message to basically the felons and all the undesirables of society. In this country, as many of you have found out, or or maybe you don't know, and maybe this may be a preventive message for you, not intent to necessarily be motivational, but you know that this country, the criminal justice system, along with the judicial system, is designed, especially if you have a felony, even some misdemeanors as well, to destroy you, to in essence or give you a death sentence, so to speak, to prevent you from ever being able to, not ever being able to work, but to force you where you won't be able to get a decent job. You'll be getting a minimum wage, low paying wage if you're able to get that, depending on what type of charge you have. That blemish on the record, like I said, is a death sentence. So this is to tell you that that's don't take it as such, because that's just an attempt to destroy you, to destroy your morale, to destroy any of your beliefs, to take you out of the picture, and it needs to be reformed. Society is going to look down upon you regardless of who you are, what your background is, just that little stamp when they do a search, which they really need to get rid of, except in the extreme cases of things like child molesters and things of that nature. And even with that, depending on the type of job you're working in, these things should just be a flag popping up saying that you're not able to work in these certain fields. Everyone deserves the right to be able to make a living and provide for themselves and their family. You pay your debt to society when you go to prison, jail, whatever have you. So it shouldn't be a death sentence, as well as taking away your constitutional rights to vote and things of that nature. This country does not own you, even though you were born here. It does not own you. When you take away someone's right to vote and you take away someone's right to bear arms, which is in the Constitution, it's unreal. And in some of these cases where this land is for you to be free, but if you try to leave, you're not able to leave because of these things sometimes. Which is even more weird if you're trying to make a living that way by leaving the country. So, and what I was saying was this country never has owned you. Like I said, you were born here. They can't prevent you only up to, they can put, roadblocks in a way to stop you from doing that. So at the end of the day, there's things out here, and for you to get that in your head, you need to keep the faith in yourself. Just believe, as I always think to myself, anything lost can be found again except for time wasted. Bottom line, anything that you might have lost, for the most part, you'll be able to get back. You just got to have the vision. You got to have that drive. You got to have that motivation to do it. But a vision without you acting upon it is just a dream. You got so many people around here that say they want to do things and they want to change and they want to do this, but there's no action involved. If you keep doing something over and over and practicing something or learning about it and continuously going towards it, you have no choice but to be successful at it at the end of the day. And the good thing about this, for those who tell themselves, I can't die like this, I can't die in a state of poverty, unsuccessful, is by them putting this black mark on you, this stamp on you, it almost forces you into being an entrepreneur, forces you into entrepreneurship, forces you to be a leader, forces you to do the work, the research, to be able to stand up on your own, which is what this country is about anyway, is making a way for yourself and not necessarily working for someone at the end of the day. There's many people who've overcome all types of odds, whether that be, disabilities they may have gotten out of prison. Many people, there's many success stories, successful entrepreneurs. Sometimes it's just about what you're willing to do. You got to start somewhere. You have to start at the bottom. Do research. Your mind is the most powerful tool. Do the research on what it is that you like to do, a trade or whatever. But don't just sit back and just give up, because you might as well just die. That defeatist attitude isn't going to get you anywhere. If you're defeated already, you might as well just die. What's the purpose? If you really don't care about improving yourself, what's the purpose? And even more so, what's worse is succumbing to your vices, or to some vices or drugs, which will hinder that even more. It's not over until you're dead. There's a saying that goes, he who hates wisdom loves death. Because the minute that you feel that you don't need to learn anything else, or there's no need for knowledge, then you might as well go ahead and die. And I hate to say it that way, but there's opportunity, especially now more so, with this beautiful thing we have called the internet, where you have an endless supply of energy to teach yourself, not energy, of information to teach yourself, to learn from, to better yourself. Don't be afraid to ask someone. Ask somebody a question. Ask somebody how they do, how can you get on? Have that person teach you to fish. Supposedly, teach you how to fish, teach you the game, teach you how to do something. Not somebody to exactly hold your hand, just teach you how to do it. And that you have no choice but to be successful. You might not feel like you have a lot of money, but you need to invest in yourself instead of drugs and all these other extracurricular activities that you feel like you have to do. Invest in yourself. Read. Knowledge. That is, everyone has that same capability. Some people take advantage of nepotism, knowing someone, or they might know somebody, and that's one of the quickest ways to get a job, is by knowing somebody. But if you have knowledge and you're a self-starter, then there's really no excuse. You can level the playing field. So that's all I have to say about that. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'm gonna keep them coming. Best luck to all y'all, felons, society's undesirables, those who feel like they just can't get away. You can. Just focus on yourself. So, like I said, not a motivational speech, it's just facts of life. So peace. Catch y'all later.